Welcome back to the deep dive. It often feels like we're just constantly running, doesn't it? Especially with content creation.
Absolutely. The demand is just relentless.
It is. The sheer amount you need, the constant push for something new, something engaging, and trying to stand out when, well, everyone's shouting online.
Yeah, it's crowded.
So if you've ever felt like you're just, paddling furiously but not really getting anywhere with content demands, you are definitely not alone.
Mm-hmm.
That traditional picture we have, maybe the writer locked away for hours, crafting every single word.
Yeah, the sort of artisanal approach.
Exactly. It's not just inefficient now. It feels like it's becoming fundamentally, obsolete in the world we're in today.
It really is. The pace has changed everything.
But here's where it gets really interesting, I think. There's a new way emerging. A genuinely different approach that, honestly, could completely change how we think about creating content, right from the start, through to how people find it.
Yeah, it's definitely more than just a small step. It's a real paradigm shift. We're moving past seeing AI as just, a handy tool for getting more done.
Right.
It's becoming this integral strategic partner. It's actually shaping the entire content world.
That's exactly it. And today, in this deep dive, that's what we're getting into. This whole idea of the hybrid human-AI content creation model. And to make it real, not just theory, we're going to look closely at a prime example, aiCMO.
Okay.
Our mission today really is to unpack how this new model doesn't just make things quicker, but how it fundamentally redefines the quality of content and, crucially, how it massively boosts discoverability in this, new age of AI marketing.
And what's really compelling, I think, is how neatly this ties into what we've discussed before in our previous deep dives.
Yeah, the connections are strong.
If you've been listening along, you'll remember we spent 2 whole sessions on those 4 pillars of AI content success. Making content understood, trusted, and actually cited by AI.
Crucial stuff.
And we also dug into answer engine optimization, AEO, and why that's really the future, moving beyond just search ranks to getting direct answers.
Right, the shift from search to answers.
Exactly. So if you put aiCMO in that context, it's not just some abstract idea. It's a practical, real-world solution designed specifically to help brands hit those exact goals we talked about.
Okay, so it bridges the gap.
It absolutely does. It takes you from understanding the theory to actually doing it, making those big ideas operational for creators, for businesses right now.
You've really hit on why this isn't just like a passing fad. This isn't about slightly changing your strategy. It's reshaping the whole game, how content gets made, how it's found, and ultimately, how well it performs.
Mm-hmm.
So let's really dive into our first big point, the shifting landscape of content creation. #today's shifting landscape of content creation. Okay, let's start with that image, the one we all kind of know, maybe even feel a bit nostalgic about.
Mm-hmm.
The writer alone, maybe hunched over a keyboard.
Yeah, crafting every sentence perfectly.
Right. Spending hours, days, maybe weeks, researching, polishing. Well, yeah, there's a certain romance to it, a kind of craftsmanship.
There is.
The reality is that way of working, it's rapidly becoming obsolete. It just can't keep up anymore.
Which leads to the big question, why? Why is that traditional method just falling behind?
Good question.
Well, the digital world we're in now, it's just incredibly fast. And it's hungry. There's this almost endless demand for new, relevant stuff across so many platforms, blogs, social emails, websites, you name it.
It's everywhere.
And while that's happening, brands also have to be totally consistent in their message, and they need strategic output, content that actually achieves something for the business.
Right. It needs a purpose.
Exactly. So the manual, one piece at a time approach, where everything is built from scratch, it just can't give you the speed or the consistency or, frankly, the sheer volume you need to compete now.
It becomes a massive bottleneck.
A huge one. It seriously limits how much valuable stuff a brand can put out and how fast they can react to, market shifts or what users are suddenly searching for. It's like trying to fill a swimming pool with a teaspoon. It's just not going to happen.
I think that resonates. A lot of people listening probably feel that. If your current content process feels really slow or clunky or just inefficient, if you always feel like you're playing catch-up, reacting instead of setting the pace, that's a huge sign that a faster, smarter way isn't just nice to have.
It's essential.
It's becoming absolutely necessary for survival, for growth.
Yeah.
It's not really about, can you keep doing it the old way anymore? It's, should you? Will that old way actually let you win?
And that urgency, that need for change, it's massively amplified by the second big shift we're seeing, the rise of AI-generated answers.
Oh, yes, this is huge.
It really is. We're seeing a fundamental change in how people actually find information. Think about ChatGPT, DeepSeek, Google's AI overviews, Gemini.
All big players.
They are increasingly giving users direct, synthesized answers right there at the top, often before you even see a list of links.
Yeah, it changes the whole user journey.
Completely.
Yeah.
This isn't just a new feature, it's redefining the whole search and discovery process. People get instant, concise answers, often without ever clicking away to another website. That's a seismic shift in behavior.
That's such a crucial point for brands, isn't it?
Yeah.
It means just churning out loads of content and hoping some of it ranks.
Yeah.
Well, that's not enough anymore.
I'd even close.
You need more than just volume now. You need real consistency in your message, total strategic alignment with your business goals, and you need to be agile. You need to react almost instantly to these new AI-driven ways people are getting information.
Right.
Because if your content isn't optimized for these answer engines, if it isn't structured so AI can understand it, trust it, cite it, then no matter how good it is, you risk just being invisible.
Exactly. Your great content might be out there, but nobody finds it where they're actually looking.
Which brings us to why this matters so much.
And the implications are truly profound. Being recommended, being cited by an AI model, it's rapidly becoming just as valuable, maybe even more valuable than getting that top spot in the old search rankings.
That's a bold statement, but it makes sense.
Think about it. A high search ranking puts you on a list, right? A good list, maybe, but still a list.
Mm-hmm.
An AI recommendation, especially in an AI overview or a direct answer, that puts you in the conversation. Often as the single trusted answer, it's like a direct endorsement.
Okay, yeah. That's a different level of authority.
Absolutely. And this huge shift in how value is seen and delivered, it sets the stage for everything else we're discussing today. Because it's not just about being found anymore, it's about being the trusted source the AI chooses to highlight.
Okay, so with that picture painted, the old ways fading, AI answers taking center stage. Let's introduce a solution that steps right into this new reality. We're talking about aiCMO. It's the flagship product from aiMarketingOS, and it's specifically designed for what they call this new era of performance-driven content. And importantly, it's a UK-based marketing operating system, really focused on these new dynamics.
What's really interesting about aiCMO, I think, is its core purpose and who it's actually built for. It's not just for the giant corporations with endless budgets.
No.
Quite the opposite, actually. aiCMO is explicitly designed to help creators, solo entrepreneurs, lean startups, people who need to be agile.
Okay, that's a specific focus.
Yeah, their main goal is to help these groups not just survive, but really thrive, drive serious organic traffic, scale up their content sustainably. It's about using automation not just for small productivity bumps, but for real strategic growth.
Growth that maybe wasn't possible before for smaller teams.
Exactly. Growth that was pretty much out of reach if you had limited resources. It kind of levels the playing field, lets smaller, agile players compete effectively in what's, let's face it, a super crowded market.
That really tackles a massive challenge, doesn't it? For years, if you were a small brand, a solo creator, competing against huge budgets and big teams felt, well, impossible.
Utterly daunting, yeah.
So this system, by automating a lot of the heavy lifting, it aims to give you that edge. It's like democratizing the ability to produce high-quality content at scale. It boosts your brand's potential.
And it frees you up, right, to focus on your unique angle, your core message.
How do they actually do that, though? What's the philosophy?
It's based on this core idea, the human-AI partnership philosophy. It's a clear division of labor, really, designed to play to the strengths of both.
Okay, how does that break down?
Humans define the vision. They set the strategy, inject the creativity, the soul of the brand.
Right, the why.
Exactly. Then the AI takes that vision and translates it into structured, discoverable, effective narratives. But at a scale that humans just can't match.
So crucially, it's not AI replacing the human.
Not at all. It's profoundly about augmenting human creativity, amplifying its reach and impact.
That's such an important distinction.
Yeah.
Because that's often the fear, isn't it? AI taking over.
It is, but this is different. It's about leveraging what humans do best. Creativity, intuition, strategy, that complex, nuanced thinking.
The stuff AI struggles with.
Precisely. And then you benefit from AI's strengths, its incredible speed, its efficiency, its scalability for the execution part.
It's almost like having a brilliant strategist who also has, I don't know, 1,000 super fast, detail-obsessed assistants working 20/47.
That's a pretty good analogy, actually, all working perfectly together.
And that clarity is vital, I think, for you listening, if you're thinking about this kind of model.
Absolutely.
It's reassurance that human intelligence, human oversight, human guidance, it all remains central. You're not handing over control.
Not at all. You're gaining an incredibly powerful co-pilot. It's about using the best of both worlds to get results, quality, speed, scale that neither could really achieve on their own.
All right, so we get the shifting landscape, we get the philosophy behind the hybrid model. Let's get into the mechanics. How does aiCMO actually work day to day?
Okay, the first key thing is that this isn't just automation for the sake of it. Like, let's automate everything.
Right, not just tech for tech's sake.
No. aiCMO's engine is designed for what they call purpose-driven automation. Every bit of content, every decision in the system is tied directly back to real-world business goals.
Okay, so it's strategic from the ground up.
Exactly. It transforms content creation from this sort of isolated task into an integrated, goal-focused process. The strategists, the marketers, they keep ultimate control.
They're still steering the ship.
Absolutely. They define the quality standards, they set the overall direction, they make sure everything is on brand and hitting those business objectives. This means every piece of content isn't just, floating out there.
Has a job to do.
Precisely. It's actively contributing to a specific outcome, maybe leads, brand awareness, customer engagement, even direct sales. It's content driving ROI.
And that's the practical takeaway for you, the listener, making sure your content isn't just a box you tick, but an active engine driving your business forward. It connects content effort directly to results.
So once those strategic parameters are fed into the system, that's when the AI's drafting process really kicks in. And it's incredibly efficient.
Okay.
The AI delivers what aiCMO calls the first draft. And this draft is designed to tackle all those modern content challenges at once.
What are its key features?
It's search optimized, structured for discovery by Google and AI answer engines. It's strictly on brand, keeping your unique voice consistent. It's tailored to user intent, answering the specific questions people are asking.
Sounds comprehensive.
It is. And crucially, they describe it as 100% human-like. So basically indistinguishable from something a skilled human wrote. It's Google-ready, follows all the latest SEO rules, and it's optimized for keyword precision, targeting what people actually search for, not just stuffing keywords in.
Yeah, okay. That's a lot packed into that first draft. And the source material mentions something quite striking about this.
Ah, yes. The 90% there.
Point. Exactly. For many users, this AI first draft is already 90% of the way there. 90%.
It's a powerful claim.
Just think about that. It means the final polishing, the human touch-up, is often minimal, maybe even optional sometimes.
Imagine the time saving.
Seriously, all that time and effort you save, you're freed up from that painful blank page stage. You can use your human brain power for higher-level strategy, adding unique insights, maybe more storytelling, or focusing on getting the content seen.
It really is a game changer for workflow.
Yeah.
A profound one.
So this efficiency, how does it scale up? What about the economics?
Well, that efficiency translates directly into what we can call the economics of scalability. aiCMO automatically generates detailed content briefs backed by solid keyword intelligence, making sure every topic is strategic.
Smart planning built in.
Yes. It automatically applies best practices for organic reach, maximizing visibility. And critically, it instantly learns and adapts to your company's specific tone, voice, values, using your existing brand materials to get it right.
So it learns you.
Exactly. And this whole process isn't just about generating words. It's about systematically producing insightful and usable assets. It's a shift from just creating content to maybe strategic asset production.
Okay, asset production. I like that framing.
It ensures consistent quality and messaging across everything, no matter how much you scale up. You're building a reliable, high-quality knowledge base for your audience.
So, bottom line, for the listener, for their brand, what are the tangible benefits here?
It boils down to faster output, much faster. Think minutes or hours for high-quality pieces, not days or weeks.
Huge difference.
And alongside that speed, significantly reduced operational costs. You get more, better, strategically aligned content for less investment of time and money.
That's a massive value proposition, especially for startups or solo creators.
Absolutely. For anyone looking to grow their digital presence sustainably without burning out their team or their budget.
Okay, that efficient drafting is seriously impressive. But this next bit, this feels like where aiCMO really pulls away from traditional methods. It's positioned as a real game-changing differentiator. Intelligent content repurposing.
Yes, this is a big one.
We've all been there, right?
Mm-hmm.
You create a great piece, maybe a long article, an interview, a webinar.
Something you poured effort into?
Exactly. And then you think, okay, how do I squeeze more value out of this? But manually turning that into different formats for different places.
It can be incredibly tedious. Takes hours, sometimes days, or entire teams for bigger companies. It's a massive resource drain.
That's the classic bottleneck.
Huh.
So how does aiCMO tackle it?
Well, the contrast is pretty stark. According to the source, aiCMO can do this complex repurposing task in minutes.
Minutes? Really?
Minutes. That's not just a huge efficiency gain. It completely changes how you think about your content's usefulness. It means your valuable content isn't just a one-off anymore. It becomes this dynamic, adaptable resource. You can quickly, intelligently transform it for blogs, social media, newsletters, reports, whatever you need.
So it multiplies the impact.
Exponentially. Increases reach, impact, lifespan, all with minimal extra effort. This alone could unlock so much potential sitting dormant in a brand's existing content library. Think of all that value just waiting.
That really does feel like an aha moment.
Yeah.
I mean, how much great stuff do we all have just sitting there on hard drives, in old meeting notes, webinar recordings, hardly anyone saw it.
Exactly. Tons of it, usually.
And this isn't just copying and pasting, right? It's transforming it. Can you give us some more vivid examples of what that looks like?
Sure. The source paints a clear picture. aiCMO can take various raw inputs like long interview transcripts, webinar recordings, even messy notes from sales calls.
Okay, really raw stuff.
Yeah. And then it intelligently processes and turns these into polished outputs. Things like compelling articles, concise newsletters, or SEO-focused blog posts targeting specific keywords.
So content created for one purpose gets a whole new life.
Instantly. Serving multiple goals across different channels. Imagine, say, a long internal strategy discussion, previously just an audio file, suddenly generates a series of thought leadership posts and social media updates, all perfectly on brand.
That is incredibly powerful. The source sums it up so well. Events become insight reports. Conversations become thought leadership.
That line really captures it, doesn't it?
It does. It's not just rehashing old stuff. It's extracting the core value, the intellectual property from almost any interaction or data point and making it coherent, discoverable, and useful for your audience.
And the broader strategic implication here means you can maximize every single brand touchpoint.
Every touchpoint. What does that mean practically?
It means no valuable interaction is wasted, no raw data, no internal knowledge sharing, client meetings, customer service chats, brainstorms, training sessions. All of it can potentially be leveraged.
Wow.
Transformed into external content that drives engagement, builds authority, fuels growth. It encourages you to see your entire company's knowledge as a potential asset.
So you take that internal goal, which often just stays internal,
Right, locked away.
and turn it into external value that builds your brand in the market. That's a big strategic shift. Okay, so we've got incredible efficiency in creating content and game-changing power in repurposing it. But what about the quality? The depth. Can AI really write something insightful, something that feels expert?
That's a crucial question. And this brings us to another standout feature of aiCMO. It's designed to actually behave like a subject matter expert.
Okay, behave like. What does that mean? How is that different from basic AI tools?
While many basic tools just summarize or maybe rephrase existing text, they spin variations.
Right, sometimes quite thinly.
Exactly. aiCMO aims to go further. It actively expands on content by adding context, structure, and strategic angles. The goal is to elevate raw ideas into genuinely valuable brand assets.
It's adding depth and perspective.
Precisely. Adding depth, nuance, and informed viewpoint. It implies a deeper understanding of the topic, going beyond just surface information. It builds on the initial concepts in a meaningful, authoritative way, almost like an experienced human expert crafting the piece.
That's a critical difference.
Yeah.
We've probably all used AI tools where the output feels a bit generic, maybe superficial. What you're describing sounds much more sophisticated, like true enrichment of the content. Could you give an example?
Sure. Imagine you feed a aiCMO some raw notes from an internal meeting about, say, a new product launch.
Okay, messy notes.
Right. A basic AI might just give you a bullet list summary, but a CMO, acting as a subject matter expert, could potentially distill the core features, yes, but also maybe identify a market positioning angle that was overlooked in the meeting.
Adding strategic value.
Exactly. It could suggest a compelling narrative structure for explaining it, maybe even pull in relevant competitive data it knows about, turning those scattered notes into a polished white paper that really nails the value proposition for the target audience.
Okay, that's a definite leap beyond just summarization. That's transformation.
And there's another related capability here that's quite remarkable: tone of voice. aiCMO doesn't just match your brand's tone superficially. It
Right.
actively learns it, internalizes it, and then scales it consistently across every single piece of content, no matter how much it produces.
Wow. How does it manage that? Consistency is so hard manually.
It's trained on your existing brand content, your blog, website copy, social media, style guides, everything. It learns your unique voice from your own examples.
That is huge for building trust and recognition, especially at scale.
Absolutely paramount. Think how hard it is and how much work it takes to get every writer, every team member to sound perfectly consistent.
Constant oversight, style guides, editing.
Exactly. But if the AI can deeply learn your voice, whether it's authoritative or funny or empathetic or technical, and apply it flawlessly across thousands of pieces,
That ensures authenticity.
it ensures that even the AI-generated content feels genuinely like you. It builds that trust over time because the audience recognizes and connects with that consistent voice. It fosters loyalty.
We've touched on this before in our deep dives, the whole idea of answer engine optimization,
Hmm.
AEO. But it's worth stressing again because ADMO seems built precisely for this new world.
It really is central to their approach.
The core claim here, and it's a powerful one, is that being recommended by AI models is more valuable than traditional rankings. That really is the new benchmark, isn't it?
It increasingly looks that way. It's not just about appearing on a list anymore. It's about being the chosen answer.
So traditional SEO still matters, right? Getting ranked on Google isn't going away.
Oh, absolutely. Traditional SEO is still vital. Ranking well organically is crucial for many businesses. But the future of discoverability, undeniably, lies more and more in how AI systems interpret, synthesize, and then recommend content directly.
Because users want answers, not just links.
Exactly. In this age of answer engines, people want the definitive answer right there. And if your content is the piece the AI picks and presents as that authoritative, accurate answer,
You bypass the whole list.
you effectively bypass the traditional search results competition entirely. This completely reframes online visibility. It's not just being found in the crowd, it's being endorsed by the AI, being presented as the source of truth.
Okay, so this is where aiCMO really steps in. How does it help brands make that leap from just being visible to being the recommendation?
It's designed for what they term dual optimization. It doesn't ditch traditional SEO that's table stakes,
Yeah.
but it specifically engineers content for optimal AI discoverability. That's the key differentiator for next-gen brands.
Dual optimization. Okay. How does that work in practice?
It strategically positions your content not just so search engines can index it, but so AI systems can deeply understand it and feature it prominently in their generated answers.
On platforms like ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude.
Exactly. Grok, DeepSeek, all of them. It means your content isn't just sitting on a server, it's actively understood and prioritized by the systems mediating information for billions.
And their ultimate goal, their USP.
It's compelling. You don't just get discovered, you become the first name AI recommends. That's arguably the holy grail of modern brand visibility.
Being the go-to answer.
The difference between being one option and being the definitive source for a query.
And when you achieve that, the business results must follow, right?
Yeah, the tangible outcomes become very clear. You're looking at faster content output, consistently high quality, lower operational costs, and critically, a much stronger, more authoritative brand presence online.
The stronger presence overall.
And importantly, that stronger presence is across both human and machine audiences, which highlights this really holistic, forward-looking approach.
Right, it's not choosing one over the other.
No, it's optimizing intelligently for a world where humans and algorithms interact dynamically. The combined benefits, speed, quality, cost efficiency, and ultimate discoverability create this powerful, sustainable growth path and a massive competitive edge. Hashtag the strategic advantage for next-gen brands.
So pulling all these threads together, the changing landscape, the mechanics, the AI acting like an expert, optimizing for AI discovery, it becomes really clear. aiCMO isn't just another tool you add to your marketing software list.
No, it's much more fundamental than that.
It feels like a genuine shift, a complete rethink of how content is conceived, created, repurposed, and how its value is understood and used.
It really signifies a strategic reorientation for content marketing overall, moving away from those manual, often fragmented, labor-intensive ways
Right.
towards an intelligent, automated, scalable system that consistently delivers on strategic goals with, frankly, unparalleled efficiency.
And that shift must have big implications.
Huge implications for strategic planning, for resource allocation within marketing teams. And it offers a significant, maybe even decisive competitive advantage for brands that are forward-thinking enough to embrace it now.
And for those next-gen brands that aiMarketingOS talks about,
Yeah.
this isn't just a nice-to-have advantage.
No, for them, it's positioned as the crucial difference, the difference between just keeping up, trying to tread water.
And actually being the first name AI recommends.
Exactly. It allows for a proactive stance in this AI-driven market, not just a reactive one.
So it empowers brands to lead, not just follow.
Precisely. Instead of constantly chasing algorithms or content demands, they're positioned right at the forefront, using AI not just as a tool, but as a core engine driving their visibility, their authority, their growth.
Which sounds like a massive opportunity for you, listening right now. A chance to get a real lasting edge in your niche.
Absolutely. To stand out not just for what you say, but because you've figured out how to ensure your message is heard, cited, and endorsed by the key information platforms of today and tomorrow.
And, to wrap it all up, aiCMO's own motto seems to capture everything we've discussed perfectly.
It does, doesn't it?
Built for next-gen brands, get ranked on Google, recommended by ChatGPT. That really crystallizes the whole promise.
It brilliantly pulls it all together, connects the ongoing importance of Google rankings with the absolutely critical new value of AI recommendations.
Defines the audience.
Clearly defines the target audience, those next-gen brands, and nails the comprehensive value proposition. Very impactful. #tag outro.
And that brings us to the end of another, I think, really insightful deep dive here on the Deep Dive.
Definitely a lot to think about.
We've really explored this fast-changing world of content creation, talked about how the old ways are fading, how AI answers are the new reality. We looked at aiCMO as a key example of this hybrid human-AI model, showing how it changes content creation, enables incredible repurposing, and even lets AI act like a subject matter expert.
And crucially, that new frontier of optimizing for AI discoverability.
Absolutely. Positioning brands not just to be found, but to be actively recommended, cited by the AI models people are using every day.
Yeah, it's clear this isn't just about doing things faster. It's about strategic visibility, building real authority, and fundamentally changing how brands establish their presence now.
The power of this hybrid approach, using a CMO as our example, seems to lie in consistently delivering high-quality, scalable content that works for humans and machines.
And doing that while reducing costs, strengthening the brand, and unlocking serious growth potential. It's a powerful combination.
So as you think about everything we've covered today, here's something maybe to mull over. In a world where AI can handle so much of the content, heavy lifting, the drafting, the repurposing, even the optimization,
Yeah.
what new possibilities does that open up for you? As a marketer, as a creator, what new frontiers of creativity, of strategy, of human-focused storytelling are now available because you're not bogged down in just the production grind?
That's a great question. How does this free up your uniquely human skills? Your empathy, your innovation?
Exactly. We really encourage you to take a moment. Think about your own content workflows right now. Are you really getting the most out of every interaction, all your internal knowledge?
Are you optimizing just for yesterday's search? Or are you building for the future of AI discovery?
Maybe these insights will spark some ideas, inspire you to rethink your approach. Perhaps lead you to figure out exactly how you can become that first name AI recommends in your field.
It's definitely worth exploring.
Thank you so much for joining us on The Deep Dive. We'll be back very soon with more insights to help you navigate and hopefully master this incredible new world of AI-driven opportunity.